All right, let's talk about NotebookLM, ChatGPT, and Claude. They're the three AI giants right now, but there's a huge problem. You're probably using the wrong one for what you're trying to do. And look, that simple mistake, it's costing you time, and frankly, the results just aren't as good as they could be. So in this explainer, we're going to fix that for good. Let's dive in.
And this isn't just a feeling, It's a fact. When you use the wrong tool for the job, it doesn't just feel kind of clunky. It actively makes the quality of your work worse. But here's the good news. This is a super easy problem to solve, and we're going to do it right now.
Okay, we're going to move fast through this. First, we'll completely reframe the debate by asking the right question. Then I'll show you the core idea, the philosophy behind each of these tools. After that, we're throwing them into a 5-round gauntlet of real-world tasks. We'll break down the results, pinpoint the #1 mistake people make, and then, and this is the best part, give you a powerful new workflow you can start using today.
Okay, first things first. We have to get rid of a myth. If you're scrolling through Reddit or X, arguing about which AI is smarter or better, you're just asking the wrong question. Seriously, it's a total distraction that just leads to confusion.
So here's the only question that actually matters. Which of these AIs was built specifically for the task I'm trying to do right now? Thinking like this, the right tool for the job, that is the absolute key to unlocking what these things can really do.
And that mindset is so critical because, well, these tools aren't just slightly different versions of each other. They were built from the ground up with fundamentally different goals. You should think of them less like competitors and more like different species of tools. Each one evolved to thrive in a very specific environment.
Okay, this table here really simplifies everything. Think of NotebookLM as your open book exam AI. It only works with the stuff you give it, so you know every single answer is grounded in your material. Then you've got ChatGPT, the all-rounder. It's your versatile Swiss Army knife for a massive range of general tasks. And finally, there's Claude, the deep thinker. This one's a specialist in complex reasoning, understanding nuance, and just chewing through enormous amounts of text. Keep these three identities in your head as we go forward.
All right, so theory is one thing, but performance is everything. It's time for the AI gauntlet. We are putting all three of these tools head-to-head across 5 critical, real-world tasks that you and I do every single day. Let's see who breaks and who wins.
First up, research and studying. And honestly, this isn't even a contest. The winner by a landslide is NotebookLM. I mean, sure, ChatGPT and Claude can answer questions, but NotebookLM is the only one actually designed to help you learn from your own stuff. It gives you direct citations, and get this, it can instantly generate study guides, flashcards, and even podcast-style audio summaries from your lecture notes. It's a complete game changer for students. Let's move on to the next task, writing and content creation. Now, this one's a little trickier. The verdict is a tie, and that's because the winner really depends on what you're writing. If you need long-form, thoughtful, creative content where the tone and nuance really matter, Claude consistently writes more like a human. But if you need fast, structured ad copy or an AI that follows your formatting instructions to the letter, ChatGPT is way more obedient and reliable for that.
Okay, for all the coders out there, who wins? The winner here is Claude, and it really comes down to 2 big things. First, just the hard data. On coding benchmarks, Claude hits about 95% accuracy, while ChatGPT is closer to 85%. But second, and this is huge, its toolset is just better. It has something called Claude Code, which is a terminal native agent. Now what that means is it can securely read, edit, and even run code right on your computer. That gives developers a level of control web-based tools just can't touch.
What about for just day-to-day life? The quick questions, brainstorming, the jack-of-all-trades assistant. Here, the clear winner is ChatGPT. Its feature set is just absolutely unmatched. You've got native image and video generation, a voice mode that's actually useful, and a massive ecosystem of custom GPTs and plugins. For a general-purpose assistant, it's the undisputed champion.
And for our final round in the gauntlet, analyzing huge documents, the winner is Claude. And the reason comes down to something called the context window. Think of it like the AI's short-term memory. As you can see, Claude's is just significantly larger. That means you can feed it an entire book, a dense financial report, whatever, and it can analyze the whole thing at once without forgetting what was at the beginning. It's just built for that kind of heavy lifting.
Okay, so the gauntlet is over. We have our winners. But the important part here isn't just who won each round, it's why they won.
This is where we connect everything back to those core philosophies we talked about at the very beginning.
So it all boils down to this, and if you remember one thing, make it this. NotebookLM wins on facts and studying because it is fundamentally a source-grounded tool. ChatGPT wins on versatility because it's designed to be a broad do-anything platform. And Claude wins on complexity because its whole architecture was built from the ground up for deep, nuanced reasoning. Their design literally dictates their strengths. It's that simple.
And understanding this core difference is the key. The key to avoiding the single biggest mistake people make with AI. This is the one thing that wastes more time and causes more frustration than anything else.
So what's the mistake? It's trying to use just one of these tools for every single task. It's so inefficient, and you get worse results. It's exactly like trying to build an entire house with nothing but a hammer. Yeah, you might get a structure up eventually, but it's not going to be pretty, and you'll have wasted a ton of effort.
So let's leave that mistake in the past. Right now, I'm going to give you your new, hyper-efficient AI workflow. It's a simple, 3-step process to make sure you are always using the right tool for the right job every single time.
Here it is. Step 1. Ground your knowledge. Always start your projects in NotebookLM. Upload all your research, your notes, your documents, and create a factual foundation you can trust. Step 2. Execute quick tasks. For all the general questions, whipping up an image, or daily assistant stuff, hop over to ChatGPT. And finally, Step 3. Engage in deep work. When it's time for that complex coding project, that in-depth analysis, or crafting a long, nuanced article, switch over to Claude. Ground, execute, engage. That's it. That's your new AI workflow.
So you now have a professional-grade workflow for the big 3 proprietary tools. But that leaves us with a pretty fascinating question, doesn't it? Could you actually ditch all of them and replace this entire stack with a single, powerful, and completely private open-source setup that runs on your own machine? Well, that's a question we're going to tackle in the very next explainer.